to the Fresh Face blog, everybody. I'm Jill, your host, and today I'm here with Seth Harman, who is the Managing Director at Men Essentials in Toronto. So, just to start off with the basics, Men Essentials is a unique retail experience just for men, and you offer over 1,200 products here?
Yeah, a little bit over 1,200, yeah.
Awesome. So, can you give us a brief rundown of some of those products and some of the brands you offer in your store?
Sure. We try to make sure that we have something for every man, whether you shave or you don't shave, you're concerned about your skin, your hair. So we carry products ranging from shaving to skin care to hair care to nail care to just about everything, mostly targeted at men. We do have some women's products in here, but it's because we feel that in some cases some of the women's products that are lightly scented and things like that are actually appropriate for men as well.
Okay.
Some of the brands that we're known for is we carry Penhaligon's and Florist Cologne. Those are actually exclusive to us in Toronto. We also carry brushes, like toothbrushes and hairbrushes and combs from a company called Kent that's actually been supplying the royal family in the United Kingdom for about 7 generations.
Wow.
We have Florist shaving soap, which is actually James Bond shaving soap from the most recent James Bond movie. We carry Mid New York. We carry Crown Shaving, which is actually from Toronto. We carry a lot of products from all over the world, countries like France, Spain, Germany, Portugal, pretty much everything that men would need to sort of look and feel their best.
Right. That's impressive. What about the natural aspect? That's a really big trend right now.
Yeah, we believe in that as well. And so, for example, we have a line of products from Portland, Maine called Portland General Store that's actually made by a woman and her partner, and they actually handmade all the products. And she's a big believer in using as natural products as you can. So, for example, her shampoo doesn't have any SLS in it, which is a foaming agent, which is actually fairly common in a lot of commercial grade shampoos. It's actually not very good for the water supply. There was actually a story on breakfast television this morning where they were talking about how the Great Lakes, especially Lake Ontario, are being harmed by exfoliants because of a lot of exfoliants, the abrasive in them is plastic, little tiny plastic beads. So a lot of the products that we carry here, we go out of our way to make sure that we carry exfoliants that use things like powdered nutshell or powdered rice, things that aren't bad for the environment. Right. So yeah, we're big believers in that as well.
Perfect, perfect. So we're here on the Danforth in your store, and it has been referred to as the man cave.
Yeah.
Can you share with the audience some features of the space and a bit about the design process?
Sure. We were very fortunate in that the hair salon that was here before we took possession actually did a renovation several years ago. So the exposed brick and the wood, the engineered wood flooring, we really didn't have to mess with the space too much. We literally moved one wall just to re-expose some more of the brick and create an office area in the back. And then from there, sort of keeping the theme of kind of a warm space, we worked with our designers to source some cabinetry made by a company in Ajax. So all the cabinetry here in the store is actually custom to us and handmade. And then we decided to keep sort of the man cave theme going. We put in a big screen TV and a fireplace. So we really wanted a space that when you came in here was sophisticated and nice, but not sort of stuffy and a little fancy. I mean, I wear jeans to work. I wear nice jeans, but I wear jeans to work, and I like the idea that somebody wouldn't come in here and feel uncomfortable because the space is maybe a bit too stuffy or too fancy. We do sell nice products here, but we wanted to make sure that they felt accessible.
For the average consumer.
Yeah, because I mean, everybody deserves to sort of feel good and be able to use quality products. And so the other thing that we did is in our product selection here in the store, we made sure that we had products ranging everywhere from $5 or $6 right up into sort of sky is the limit. There are definitely good quality products to be had at any price point, whether you're looking for shaving or skin care or hair care. So we were really happy with what we felt was striking a really excellent balance between carrying premium goods as well as sort of accessible, more everyday price point goods.
Excellent. What have been some of the challenges you've had starting up? You just opened the store very recently here.
About a month ago, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the construction itself is a challenge. We had to suffer through everything from typical construction delays because of your contractors have multiple projects on the go. The tea shop that's located above us actually had a problem with the exhaust water pipe out of their industrial dishwasher. So we actually had water vented into our ceiling 3 times, which luckily we found the problem and it was fixed. But things like the previous tenants didn't tell anybody the air conditioner was broken. So the first day we tried to turn it on, it didn't work.
Right.
there's always these little things, but I always said, we didn't have a fire and we weren't burglarized, so it could have been, much worse than what it was. The other big challenge for us is a lot of businesses these days are actually running away from retail. They're going online only because the margins are a little better and you don't have to have, a nice space. You can just have, shelves in an empty space, really.
Right.
We really feel that these types of products need to be experienced firsthand. In fact, we hear that from customers all the time, that they're so happy that there's finally a place, especially in things that contain scent, like shaving creams or colognes. How do I describe to you, what a particular scent smells like until you come in and try it for yourself? So we wanted to make sure that we had, a space where, people could come and experience these things. But of course, there's now cost associated with having a retail space. And so striking a balance between having the retail space, but making sure that the products that we carried and the deals that we negotiated to carry them were good enough that we could offer price points on the same level as the online, retailers that have a tendency to be less expensive. And so we've been very fortunate that our suppliers have worked with us to make sure that online we're about the same price on everything. And in some cases, we're actually less expensive because of the deals that we were able to negotiate. So it's been great to hear from our customers. They walk in here and they're like, I can't believe I can buy this here at the same price that I can get it online. And so we think we've struck a really good balance between the two. That was a really difficult thing to sort of reconcile, but I think we're there.
Yeah, that's excellent. And just lastly, can you provide any advice to entrepreneurs based on your experiences?
Yeah, research. That is the number one thing. Before we added a single product into our lineup, we had to research fully what was the availability like, how much we could get, were there breaks if we bought a certain quantity versus another quantity, what the associated shipping cost with an item is. For example, if you have an item that's small, particularly weighty, there's going to be a higher associated ship cost with it. We bring in products from all around the world outside Canada. Then you've got to start researching what are the import duty, it's referred to as cost of good. How much does it actually cost me to take a particular item and bring it directly in here to the store? Because that will tell you sort of, how much room you have to play with the pricing and whether it's actually economically feasible to carry those type of products. The only way to deal with that is research.
Right. Okay, well, thank you for speaking with us today.
My pleasure.
You can visit Essentials on the Danforth, 412 Danforth Avenue, or online at essentials.ca.
Thanks.
Okay, thanks very much.
Yep.